back, Battleforge Brothers fans, to another Warhammer 40,000 battle report. And 1,500 points it is. The Eldar are going to take on the Space Marines today. And we are currently at Battle Bunker in the northeast of England. So we're playing on an awesome bit of terrain here. So we are on the desert map. There are a bit of industrial ruins going along, and it is going to be deadlock. So quite a lot of line of sight blocking terrain, nice cover for both sides, little ravines to move through as well, bit of open ground in the centre. So there is 6 objectives for deadlock. So we'll place objective 1 in the centre, objective 4 just at the bottom of the, this is the Eldar's deployment here, it's search and destroy. We've got objective 2 just in the centre of in between these two buildings in the Eldar's deployment. Just over here is objective 3. We have objective 6 just at the base of this big ruined industrial building here for the Marines deployment, and then finally, sorry, that's objective 5. We've got objective 6 just at the bottom of this section, the ruined section here. So we are going to be playing around with some of the new rules today for the Phoenix Rising stuff. So we'll come back just with the army lists and of course the deployment. Right, so we are just finished setting up. Graham did actually finish setting up, but I'm just going to run through where the deployment and obviously the army lists as well. So the Eldar have deployed in a bit of a defensive measure here. So as you can see, we've got Eldar at the back here. We'll go through the list in a second. I'll just give you a brief overview. So we're pretty much hunkered down. And of course, just looking at the Ultramarines, relatively uniform, to be fair. There's quite a lot of guys just hanging around the tanks. Calgar himself is on the board as well. So we'll just quickly give you a run through. I'll go through the Eldar because Graham's just currently just working out with stratagems at the moment. Speaking of stratagems, I have already used one. I've used Phantasm. So originally, this squad of Guardians, they were both at the front here, just in front of this piece of terrain. And the Wave Serpent was just on the side. So I've decided, because Graham did finish going first, he's got a Land Raider over there as well, and a Predator, thought it'd be a little bit more defensive, so we've just pulled back. So going through the army list, I do have a couple of new powers to go through, so because we are using the Phoenix Rising book as well. So looking forward to see what kind of abilities we've got access to. So first of all, we have the Autarch Skyrunner just here. He is just got the laser lance, nothing extra. Obviously, his twin shuriken catapults underneath. Accompanying him just along the side is the shining spears. So there is an Exarch in there with the souped-up laser lance, the Star Lance, and I have replaced his power for one of the new ones. I've given him Skilled Rider, so the Exarch has a 3+ invulnerable save within that squad. We have 2 squads of Guardians, so 2 10-man squads with the Bright Lance. My craftworld, of course, is Ulthwe, so it'll be 6s to ignore wounds. And we are using a battalion detachment and a supreme command. So we're going across. We have Farsi Aeldari just on the bike here. Powers I've gave him is I've gave him Executioner and Fortune, and then I've swapped out Smite, and I'm going to try Crushing Orb. Just to see what it does, a bit of a character kind of one that you can target, so it'll be interesting to use against some of Graham's characters. We have the Forge World Warpointer, just equipped with the standard equipment and the Shuriken Cannon. He does have Spirit Stones as well. We have a Wave Serpent with twin Shuriken Cannons on the top, Shuriken Cannon underneath, and Spirit Stones. Inside of there is a squad of 8 Dire Avengers. Now the Dire Avengers, I've also swapped out the ability, the Exarch power, so I've got Blade Storm. So what that does is if an unmodified roll of a 6 to hit scores an additional 1 hit. So maybe it'll do some damage with that. We have Eldar Ulthran, who is the Warlord. Powers for him just go down to, because he is part of the Supreme Command detachment. Powers for him, for Eldrad, he has Doom, Fortune, Guide, and I have kept Smite for him. And then we have a Warlock next to him. This is the Warlock on foot. He has Protect and Jinx, and I've also kept Smite for him as well. There is another Warlock, Warlock Skyrunner here. which forms part of that Supreme Command attachment. He has Conceal Reveal, and I've also gave him a new power of Ghost Walk. So that's a unit within 6 inches can effectively add 2 to the results for when they charge. So it may come in handy. Bit situational, we'll have to see. Moving across, we have a squad of Striking Scorpions, just a squad of 6, acting as a bodyguard to these. Scorpion has the Scorpion's Claw, and obviously his standard equipment, but I have swapped out his ability as well. He has, I believe, it is the Stalker ability. Just bringing that up on my side. Yes, it is Stalker, so if we're in a terrain feature to target them, have to -1 from the hit, so that could come in handy with this big terrain piece here. Up top, and I think that's everything actually. Up top is a unit of 5 Dark Reapers, Dark Reaper Exarch, just with the normal Reaper launcher, and I have give them swapped out their Exarch power, so they all add their 6 inches extra to their range. So it'll be nice range for them. It'll be what, 52-inch range. So they've got a nice commanding view over the board as well. So hopefully we'll look and see what we can do with that. We'll just run through, obviously we've gone through the powers as well, and we've already used 2 CP points. So we are going to start the game with 7. So we'll come back and we'll go through Graham's list, see what he's got to come up against the Eldar. Rightio guys, so this is the Might of Macragge coming on to take on the Eldar today. So it is 1,500 points of course, and it is all Ultramarines. Graham's just bought a brand new box of Ultramarine stratagems from Battle Bunker as well, just to use. So he's just gone through them, so it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do. So it is a battalion detachment, and any other further detachments, or is that it?
Just a battalion.
Battalion, and of course Battle Forged. There's obviously a little bit of music in the background, guys, so apologies if it's a little bit too loud. So Graham, what have you got? So we're going to run through Graham's list.
Yep, so we'll go HQ first. We have Magnus Eldar on the board with us in
the Invictus Guard, aren't they?
The Invictus Guard, yeah. Coming across, we've got 2 heavy support options here. We've got the Land Raider with the 2 twin-linked heavy, 2 twin-linked las cannons and the heavy bolter.
Yeah.
And we've got a Predator with las cannons again.
4 lads on them.
A lot of lads on the board at the moment.
Okay, you've also got 3 lots of intercessors, haven't you?
Yep, not 4.
4,
so we've
right,
got
okay.
1 squad here.
Yep.
1 squad over there.
Yeah.
We've got a squad sneakily hidden down here.
Okay, just near the lieutenant.
A squad round there with the dreadnought.
Okay, dreadnought equipped as you see them.
Yep.
Okay, with the assault cannons.
Yep. Up top we've got the Eliminator squads.
Okay, yep. Just to give you a view as well, nice commanding view they've got of the board. And underneath aggressors, I believe.
Underneath we've got a squad of aggressors down there.
Lieutenant is this guy?
That is a lieutenant, yeah.
Yep.
And we should have another squad of aggressors just sneakily
yes, just tucked
there.
underneath there, yeah.
That's 2 squads of aggressors.
All with bolt storm gauntlets.
A lot of bolters, a lot of lads.
Right, okay, so just to pan round, just to give you a bit of a view of the board as well. Yeah, so nice terrain features. Obviously it is deadlock, so we will be doing tactical objectives. So we'll move on. But of course, Graham did finish deploying, so he will get +1 to the roll.
Yep.
So we'll just roll off to see who will go first, sir. Okay, so 6 becomes a 7. 3, okay. Can the Eldar, is fate shining down on us? Let's see if we can seize the initiative. Oh, a 6 we do! Yep, so it will go over to Eldar, turn 1. Right, we are just back after the movement phase for Eldar. So for movement, we also done psychic powers as well, just to speed things up a little bit. So first of all, movement. Pretty much the majority of the Eldar units have stayed stationary. We are playing tactical objectives as well, so we'll just move through tactical objectives first. So it is deadlock, so we draw 6 objectives. So the objectives that we got is domination, psychological warfare, Kingslayer, assassinate, to kill a character, and we also got defend objective 1 and secure objective, defend objective 4 and secure objective 1. So I've actually put the cards in the wrong place, but there's objective 1 there and objective 4 is there. I've put them in the wrong position there, but the Guardians have just moved on to objective 4 down here, and the Wave Serpent has just gone straight through just to try and hold on to that one there. As for movement, obviously, just the Shining Spears, the Autarch, the Warlock Skyrunner and the Farseer Skyrunner have all moved up as one unit, just moving their standard distance there. In the subsequent Psychic phase, the Conceal's being cast just onto the Shining Spear unit. That was from this Warlock. He did peril, but luckily he only lost 1 wound. Other powers that were cast was primarily from Eldar. So Eldar cast Guide onto the Warp Hunter down here. We also we were going to put Fortune, but we failed. We got Protect, however, was cast by this Warlock, just up onto the Dark Reapers down here. So just as for that, we'll come back with shooting, just at the beginning of shooting, once I've decided where I want to start. And just to mention for stratagems, I have played Phantasm earlier, and of course Graham did play Prepared Positions, so all of his units do count as in cover. So it'll be a little bit difficult to shift some of them maybe, but it'll just give them a little bit of extra protection. So we'll come back with shooting. Right, so we are just at the top of shooting, and this Wave Serpent, we are going to see if we can pepper the hell out of these intercessors. Graham says that power armor is going to hold them out. I don't think this little crane's going to protect you much. But yeah, you do get cover. So we're going to fire. He hasn't advanced or anything like that, so we are going to fire all of the shuriken cannons just into there. So it'll be 9 shots in total, hitting on 3s. Okay, that is wow. That's actually a really good roll. We're nowhere near the Autarchies over there, so we can't get the re-roll there. So that'll just be 1 miss out of all that. It is strength 6 against the Space Marines toughness, which is 4, so it'll be 3s to wound. And 6s, of course, being that nice tasty Blade Storm. Okay, so that is an awesome roll. So we have, we've got 3 Blade Storms, which will, they are AP -3, sir, so you'll have 3 5-up saves, because you do count as in cover, so 3 5-ups for them. Ooh, okay, so that's 1 killed. And then 3 standard, well, no, it'll be 3 2-up saves. Because for your cover. So another one is dropped down to 1 wound. So not too bad there. I think what we'll do next is we'll take a random pot shot for the Guardian squad here. These guys didn't advance, it was this unit over here. We are going to fire the just a random Bright Land shot. We're just going to see if we can dint the Land Raider over there. So we are hitting on 3s, just single shot. Okay, we do hit. Is in range, pre-measured for 36-inch range, and it'll be for the Bright Lance for these guys, 36-inch range, of course. I'm forgetting the strength of that, so just need to double check. I think it's strength 9.
Strength 8.
No, strength 8. So we have hit. So it'll be strength 8 against your toughness 8.
Yep.
So it'll be 4s to wound, which we do get a 5. So that the Bright Lance is -4. So that's got a 3-up save standard, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it 2-up? Is it not 2-up for a Land Raider?
Land Raider is 2-up for a Land Raider, for 2.
Okay, so it'll be AP -4, which will put you up to a 5-up, but essentially a 4-up because of your cover. Yeah. And it'll be D6 damage if you fail, so 4-up save. It does pass it. Okay, so that just giving him a bit of a warning shot there, but the power armor holding out. Okay, so next, I think we're going to move on to the Warp Hunter here. So Warp Hunter, I think we're going to take some shots at that guy over there. We do not, your Land Raider, because we do not require line of sight. It's evil. We're going to hopefully see if we can do some damage. Otherwise, I'm going to eat your words here. Right, okay, so Warp Hunter, it's a 36-inch range. We've pre-measured that, so we are in range. And we are going to do the D-Flail Blast. So it's heavy D3. And, okay, so just roll that, see how many shots that we get. 3 shots, I will have that. We are hitting on 3s, which we are re-rolling because of guide. So hitting on 3s. We do get 2 hits, and we just need the 1 re-roll. Okay, so all 3 hits. And this is the D-Flail at your Land Raider, sir. So it is strength 10, so we are wounding you on 3s. Which we do. Bye, Land Raider. Nah, I'm probably going to eat my words here. So 3 wounds do come through. You do obviously still get your cover, so it'll be AP minus 3. So, well, it's AP minus 4. Yeah, so it'll be 3 4-up saves. Grim does pass 2 of them. Oh, you passed all of them. I thought it was a 3.
No, that was me.
Right, okay, that's very good rolling from the Space Marines there. That Land Raider's going nowhere soon, but of course he does know the damage that this can now do. So it is a bit of a dangerous one. So we'll come back with the rest. I think that's pretty much it. We'll just, actually we do have these guys. We'll come back once I've decided where we want to fire the Dark Reapers. I think Graham's laughing because I think he's got line of sight against this Warp Hunter, but we'll come back and see what we've done with where I decided to shoot the Dark Reapers. Alright, okay, so we are just back after, I did decide to shoot the Dark Reapers. I didn't catch it on camera. It was probably good because we shot into the Predator, only 2 got through, but we did drop 6 wounds off it. We decided to go for the Predator this time rather than the Land Raider, just with the toughness, our strength of our weapons, with it being 8, we're just getting a little bit better wound rolls, and of course it is still a threat. But that's everything done. We've got no assaults, and just at the end of that round, we have scored secure objective 1, which the Wave Serpent is on. And I believe that is, yes, that's it. So we've still got defend objective 4 down here in play, and we've still got these cards down here. But at the end of my round, I am going to discard domination. So we'll move on with Graham's first turn. Graham, do you just want to reveal your cards?
Yep. So we've got priority orders received.
Okay, that's the one where you've got to do something. We'll figure that out in a sec.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Area denial.
Okay, area denial.
Big game hunter. Scour the skies and hold the line.
And hold the line, right, okay. So we'll come back once Graham has decided, but for the time being, the Ultramarines stand firm. Right, okay, so we are just back after Graham's movement phase. So the Space Marines have moved out. They're starting to come through their little makeshift fortress here. Land Raiders just pulled round, and as you can see, the rest of everyone else is moving. The Predator stayed stationary, so he's just pivoted his guns. So Graham's got no sighters on the board, so we're just going to open up with shooting. So I think Graham's wanting to do the Land Raider first, to go for that area denial, and also potentially scour the skies, because it is a unit with a fly keyword as well. So I think it makes sense for Graham to go for that. So I think he is going to go for that, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so let him rip. What are you doing first?
Right, I'm going to split fire.
You're going to split fire the Land Raider?
The Land Raider. So 2 shots of the las cannons are going to go into your...
Yes, we did check this earlier because he can see the end of the Warp Hunter. So 2 shots are going over here.
Are going to go into your Wave Serpent.
Yep.
And the Storm Bolt is going to go into the Wave Serpent.
The Heavy Bolt, you mean?
Heavy Bolt.
Okay, so just before Graham completes and starts rolling his dice, I am going to play a stratagem. So I'm going to play lightning fast reactions. Actually, no, I don't think I will. Right, so yeah, I had a bit of a brain fart there, so I do apologise. I was just double checking the lightning fast reaction stratagem. It does say that you can use it on infantry, and then it says, or a friendly Azeroth unit with a fly keyword. Now, me and Graham, we were just wondering whether it meant an infantry unit that can fly, as in, obviously, like things like Wind Riders, or whether, because of the placeage and the way that it's worded, whether it's either that or just something that has the fly keyword. We have both agreed that it's okay to use it on the Wave Serpent because it does have the fly keyword. So hopefully we'll play that correct there. We both think that we've interpreted that right. So that's the stratagem I've used. Graham has also used the stratagem as well.
I was going to.
You were going to, but you've changed your mind.
I've changed my mind.
All right.
I've moved it, but I totally forgot that they've got the
Machine Spirit.
power of the machine.
Right, okay, so Power of the Machine Spirit.
Yeah, so me to do it.
Okay, so Graham's split firing, so where are you starting first?
Right, heavy bolter
Into the Wave Serpent? Okie doke.
So hitting on 3.
Yeah, you'd hit on 3s, yeah. Not bad.
Strength.
Strength 6. My toughness for the Wave Serpent is 7.
Bolter strength 5.
Oh, it's strength 5, is it?
3s.
Yes, it will be 3s.
Not so good. 2 wounds.
Okay, so 2 wounds on the Wave Serpent. Wave Serpent save 3. Has it got any minus?
-1.
-1. Okay. So 3s, 4s. We do take 1 wound, but because of Ulthwe, 6 is to ignore, which we don't ignore. So 1 wound taken, and that will put the Wave Serpent down to 12 wounds. And I have just also realised as well that stratagem I've just played, I totally forgot about it on that particular shooting, but I'll not forget it when you come for your las cannons.
Las cannons, direct hit at them.
You'll be hitting on 4s this time because of that, which I forgot for your heavy bolter.
Hit on 4s.
They both miss.
I am going to do a command reroll.
Command reroll. How many strategies, how many points are you down to now?
6.
Oh, it does hit.
I am down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, okay.
That hits. Strength 9, toughness.
Toughness 7, so it'll be 3s.
3s.
It does get the wound.
It's minus.
-3.
Put the Devastator.
Oh, yes, your Devastator Doctrine, yeah, so -4, yeah. Okay, so I won't be able to save that because it is a 3+ armor save.
D6. 4.
Okay, so it's 4 damage. Just need to double check with the Serpent Shield. It's been a while since I've used Wave Serpents. Right, okay, so just back after checking the Serpent Shield. It's been a while since I've actually used these, so it's just to reduce 1, so it'll be 3 damage that I'm going to roll for my Ulthwe saves, so 6 is to ignore. Oh, that is an awesome roll. We do ignore 2, so we drop 1 wound. Our superior technology. Okay, so the next one will be going towards the wave.
Yep.
The Warp Hunter.
Hit on 3s.
1 hit.
3s again.
Fails to wound. Okay, and that is the shooting done from the Land Raider.
Predator, everything from the Predator
Everything from Predator.
at your...
Okay, is he on a damage bracket with 5
He's
wounds?
got 1 more to go.
1 more to go for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
2, 4 shots.
and this is at the Wave Serpent. Okay, so you will all be hitting on 4s because of lightning fast reactions. Okay, so 2 hits, still respectable. It'll be 3s to wound, yeah. Devastator Doctrine is in effect as well, so it'll be -4. So this is your damage.
This is my damage. 5.
Okay, so it'll be 9 altogether. Okay, so we do ignore 1 of them. So we'll have 8 Ulthwe saves to roll. Devastator Doctrine coming in very handy there. So 6 is to ignore for Ulthwe. Okie doke, we only ignore the 1, so we do take 7 wounds. So that will put us on to 4 wounds.
Yep.
That is a nasty round of shooting coming from them guys there. okay, but he is still living. But how long, we don't know for. But we'll come back once Graham's decided with the rest of his shooting. Right, so we are just back after shooting phase is done for Graham. Obviously, we'd seen a lot of the heavier firepower. Graham desperately wanted this to be gone, and he has succeeded. It took a lot of units to do it. The only units really that didn't shoot it was the Eliminators, who used the Hyperfang round, just for the amount of dice that Graham gets, not for the character purpose, to shoot at the Dark Reapers. With our 2-up save for Protect, we did still fail one roll. I did also command re-roll it and still got a 1 and decided to put a wound onto the Exarch. So that's pretty much it, but of course Graham has taken out the Wave Serpent. But like I say, it took the Aggressors, this squad, the Dreadnought, this squad, and even Marnius took a shot at it as well. But it did come down to a lonely Space Marine with his bolt rifle, just through the eye slits and took it out. A little bit sad, but the normal little guy's done that. But and of course the Dire Avenger unit that was inside has just disembarked because it didn't explode. So just at the end of that round, Graham's got no assaults or anything. So which cards have you achieved then, Graham?
Yep, I've achieved hold the line. So score 1 victory point if you are at least 3 units completely within your deployment.
Okay, so yes, you do have that because
points
there.
Within your deployment, so that's these along here.
Yeah, so 1 point for that.
Scour the skies, I took out the
Yep,
flyer.
there's a fly.
That's a victory point. And big game hunter, score 1 victory point with at least 1 enemy unit with wounds characteristic of 10.
Yes, he's originally 13. So that puts the Marines on 3. And just at the end of that round, obviously we still have Defend Objective 4, because we do score that for holding it twice. So that we do get 2 points from there. So we are actually level-headed with that point there. So no assaults. We will go over to Eldar for their turn 2. So we've achieved that technical objective. We'll just get rid of that. We need 5 objectives this time round. No, sorry. Yes, we do need 5. So I'll just quickly draw them for you now.
You know as well, I'm going to discard 1.
Yep.
And I'm discarding that priority order.
Priority orders received. Graham's just discarding that. So I'm just going to draw 2 more cards. So what have we got? We've got Combined Strike, and Defend Objective 2. So Objective 2 is here. So I think we'll probably try and go for that. Combined Strike, however, I think we've got to kill something during Psychic shooting or Fight phase. We'll have a proper read of that and see what we can do, but we'll come back once movement's done and we'll move on with Psychic. Alright, so we are just back after movement and Psychic for the Eldar. So what we've done, pretty much moved the Guardians just out. The Dire Avengers have just shifted up, just to potentially get some firepower into the Ultramarines lines, start to weaken some of them down. Same again, we've kind of castled up at this side. We don't really need to move just yet. These guys, the Guardians, have just moved up onto Objective 2, and just sneakingly round the corner behind the enemy lines is the biker unit. So we've got the Shining Spears, we've got the Autarch, the Farseer, and a Warlock all on bike behind there. In the subsequent Psychic phase, Eldrad first, he's cast Guide onto the Warp Hunter, did attempt to cast Doom onto the Land Raider but failed, and then of course just across we failed with Jinx as well for the Warlock. Over this side, however, we managed to get Fortune and Conceal cast from both a mixture of the Warlock and the Farseer just onto the Shining Spear unit there. And we did also try to do one of the new powers, the Crushing Orb. We did get it off, and Graham's Victorous Guard did intercept and took 1 mortal wound. So he's currently on 2 wounds there. And just going into shooting, we're going to open up shooting just with, I think we might as well just start off with the Warp Hunter. Graham's favourite unit of my army. He loves it. So what we'll do first is we're going to do the flail. So it is, actually, yeah, we're going to target the Land Raider because we don't require line of sight. I'm looking at the Wave Serpent, actually, not the Warp Hunter, sorry. So a heavy D3. So we do get 3 shots. So we'll be hitting on 3s and re-roll for guide. So we do get 1 re-roll, which is a 1. So that is still good. We do get 2, and it is strength 10 against toughness 8, so it'll be 3s to wound. So we do get just the 1 wound comes through, and that is minus 4. So that'll be a 6-up save, which you do feel, and it is D6 damage. We do get 3 wounds. I'm happy with that at this stage, and that will be 3 wounds dropped off the Land Raider. He's still very much alive, but we'll move on. I think we'll try and take out that Predator over there as well. So we'll do the might as well just move on with the Dark Reapers. So Graham's just marking up how many wounds he's got left. It's quite 13 wounds. Is he in a damage bracket or not? No, I didn't think so. Actually, before we move on with the Dark Reapers, I'll do the Bright Lances from the Guardians. So we'll do this Bright Lance, firing just random pot shot into that, hitting on 3s. Lance Curse strikes again. And this one is going to target the same as well. Both 36-inch range for these weapons. And he misses as well. Yeah, they're just tired of running, that's what it is. Carrying these weapons. Okay, so that didn't go too well. Right, so the Dark Reapers are going to fire into the Predator over there. So we are hitting on 3s. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible roll. That is ridiculous. Look at that, 2s. So 1 hits. I should have kept the Autarch down here. Strength 8, so it'll be toughness 7, 3s to wound. We do get 1 wound on a 6. And for the Dark Reapers, it's minus 2 to your save. So 4 up. No, and that is the shot that I'm doing. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I've only just used it as well. Yes, it's 3 damage. Oh, no, not off the. It's off the Predator. So that's firepower done on that side. So I have to decide what else I want to do, because I do have these guys around the back. So I'll come back with what I think I want to do over there. Right, so we are just back after the end of shooting. So a little bit disastrous. We've fired a lot of shuriken from these guys. The Exarch decided to throw a grenade and took one of the intercessors out there. Meanwhile, the rest of them has reduced one of the aggressors down to 1 wound, so not too bad. Everyone else pretty much out range. The Dark Reapers and the Warp Hunter just helping to reduce this guy down. We did also fire the Star Lance and the Lancers over here to help out as well, but we do have a charge. So I'm going to, a little bit risky here, but I'm going to charge the Shining Spears and the Autarch into the Land Raider. And the Autarch's going to go first. Now, I haven't actually given him a Banshee Mass, so this could be really bad to pay off, but we're going to see what happens. My thoughts behind it is, yes, if he dies, he's not my Warlord, but then if he gets in, it means he can't fire against all of my Shining Spears.
Stormbolter.
Okay. Heavy Bolt, you mean?
Yeah, I keep saying that.
Okay, 6s. Okay, so 2 do hit. Strength 5 against toughness 4, so it'll be 3s.
Nope.
No wounds from that. Lads cannons. 6s. No.
That was a 6.
Good. Does he get in? Okay, on a 9, that'll definitely get him within an inch.
Where's he at?
He's the orange dude. No, he's in the middle. That's him there.
What did you get?
9 inches. To get him within an inch. Way high. Okay, so he's in. And of course the Shining Spears will be joining him. So now he is in. No Overwatch for you, sir. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. They are closer, so they'll be in. And that is it. I'm not going to charge anyone else in at this stage. So we'll just come back with the attacks and we'll get the fight phase on camera. Right, okay, so we are just in the beginning of the fight phase. So We're going to do the Autarch first with his laser lance. So he does get 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s for his own bubble. So we do get 1 reroll. So just reroll the 1. Okay, so they all do hit. Now because he has charged with this, with the laser lance, it will be strength 6. So obviously it's still pretty tough, this thing, so we'll be running it on 5s. So we do get 2 wounds do come through, and they are at -4. So that'll be 2 6-up saves for the Autarch.
Nope.
So no saves there, and the laser lance is 2 damage a time, so that's 4 wounds dropped from the Autarch. Well, not from the Autarch, but from the Autarch's weapons. Okay, so we have 3 attacks for the Exarch and 2 attacks apiece for the normal guys. So we'll do the Exarch separately because his strength of his weapon is slightly different. So he's hitting on, where are we at? Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the Autarch's bubble. Okay, so he doesn't need them; they all hit. And this the Star Lance is strength 8, so it'll be 4s to wound you. Okay, so we do get 2 wounds. You might notice as well I'm not re-rolling for the normal XR power because I've took it off. I've given him the skilled rider. But there are 2 wounds, Graham, and that will be 2 6-up saves. Okay, so a 4 and a 4. So there's another 4 wounds dropped. The Land Raider is down to 1 wound. This is going to be horrible if it explodes, if I get all the wounds through. So we have the normal guys. So these are hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s for the Autarch. Okay, so do hit. Graham's got a cheeky smile on his face. So the re-roll. And these are strength 6, so it'll be 5s to wound. Okay, so we do get 2 wounds do come through, so 2 6-up saves. Okay, so it is gone. So Graham's going to play a stratagem. What is this stratagem, sir?
Vengeance of the Machine Spirit.
Vengeance of the Machine Spirit.
So
You don't roll, do you? That's what it's going to be, isn't it?
An Astartes Land Raider, the model can either automatically explode.
It can automatically
explode or shoot.
Oh, but you're in combat, so you won't be able to shoot, will you?
There's no point in fighting.
Okay, so you're gonna opt to explode. Okay, what's the range?
2 command points, right? So I'm just rolling for me warlord trait. See if I get it back.
Ah, yes, okay, yep. And D6 for the range of the explosion.
Does it not give us a range?
Or is it an automatic 6-inch? Because you're going to catch your own guys as well.
Right, so we've got a roll on the range, which is 5.
So 5-inch. So
Get me own guys.
it's going to catch all of mine as well. So it's D3 mortal wounds, isn't it?
I'm going to catch all of them, and it's D3 mortal wounds.
Oh, nice. Do you want me to go first? I'll be a gentleman, I'll let you go first. See if...
D3.
3, he's dead.
D3.
That's 3, but it's mortal wounds, so then another wound will drop on... oh no, you have to roll to see if it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
3 more. Was that a really clever stratagem to use?
No.
No?
3, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
How many wounds has he got? 8?
8.
All right. Hang on a minute. I've just noticed. What on earth is that on your base? What's that about?
Oh, that's your
Tyranid head. Methinks a Tyranid match will be. You'll have to feature. You'll have to feature in a Tyranid game.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So onto my guys. Right.
So your attack?
Autarch. Takes 3 wounds.
How many wounds has he got?
I think he's got 4, potentially 5. Oh yes, he's got 6. Sorry, right. So he's down to 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Here, I'll trick that next one, please. Now the Autarch. These are mortal wounds, so I'll do the Normal guy. Oh, it's the unit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so D3 for the units. 3. No. They've got 2 wounds apiece, so one guy is going to be dead, and then I'll put a wound onto the other guy. He's the Exarch at the back, the helmet. So the 2 helmeted guys, so take him off, and then just stick a wound on the other guy.
We need some.
We've got some somewhere, but we don't know. Thank you. Okay, so that was a bit brutal.
Yeah.
But of course, that Land Raider has gone. And now, of course, we consolidate towards nearest enemy unit, which in this scenario is going to be Marnius Calgar on his own. So that's all the shooting done. All the combat's done. So in regards to points, I don't think we've got anything. We'll have to have a look and see what points that we've earned there. Right, so we are just back after Graham's movement. Just going into shooting. Graham doesn't have any sighters. So Calgar's just moved up. We consolidated closer towards him. Predators stayed stationary. The second squad of aggressors looks as though they're going to pepper the living hell out of the rest of these guys. And all the intercessor units are pretty much moving through here. Intercessor unit just on there. Just to mention Graham's cards as well. He has got Secure Objective 6, which is down here. The other cards, he's got Area Denial.
Champions of the Imperium.
Champions of the Imperium, what's that one again?
Champions of the Imperium is to kill characters.
Kill characters.
Depending on how many characters you kill, how many points
How many points you get?
Assassinate
and psychological warfare. Right, okay, so Graham's going to open up fire. Where are you starting first?
Eliminators are going to be firing at...
Okay, the Eliminators are going to go in at the Autarch. Before you do so, I am going to play a stratagem though. I'm going to play light and fast reactions on him. So that'll be -1, but he does have a relic. He's got the Shimmer Plume, so it'll be effectively -2 to hit him. So with the Hyperfang round, so you'll be hitting...
This is D3.
Oh yeah, the D3 shots. 3, 4, 5. What's their standard ballistic? 3.
Standard ballistic is 3.
Okay, so hitting on 5s. Okay, no hits. So that stratagem coming in handy there for the Autarch. And that is the Eliminator's done.
Aggressors.
Oh yes, the aggressors. I take it these is going into the Shining Spears?
Yeah. 6 shots I'm guessing each. If I can find it, aggressor.
Yes it is. I believe it's 6 shots apiece for these guys.
Yeah. Assault 6, yeah.
Right, so that's a lot of dice going to be coming in. Now we do have Conceal on this guy and Fortune. And of course they do have their standard 4 up invuln against long range firepower. So this will be forced to hit because of Conceal. Just using as much advantage as the Eldar can really, and to try and protect. But of course, faith in the bolter.
Strength 4, toughness 3.
Toughness 4 for biters. Not too bad.
1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 5, 6, 7. Normal save, 1 damage.
Okay, so standard save for these guys is 3 up. It's no minus, you said, yeah?
No minus.
Okay, so 3 up on the Shining Spears. Ooh, we do fail. We fail 3 of them. So that would definitely kill.
1's on 1 wound.
Yeah, but we do get Ulthwe.
Oh, yeah.
But actually we have Fortune, so 5 up instead of 6. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Ulthwe coming through. So we ignore all of them firepower. So no damage taken from Calgar's.
Both gauntlets.
Is it rapid fire?
Rapid fire 2, yes, actually.
Ah, yes. So that's right, 4.
4 shots. Oh, hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 3s. But you've hit anywhere just because of Conceal.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But you hit anywhere.
Strength 4, toughness.
One of them did miss because one was a 2. Forced to wound, no, fails to wound.
No problem.
Okay, so I take it, what's the Predator doing, seeing as though he's on 2 wounds?
Yeah. He's on 2 wounds, I think he's
What, hitting on 6s, is he?
on its arse, I think. Predator, 2. Ballistics, hitting on 5s.
Okay, so are you shooting at the spears?
Yeah.
So you're hitting on 6s because of conceal.
1 hit.
Okay, so 1 hit goes through. It'll be 2, yes, 2's the wound.
Yep.
Does get the wound. We do have a 4-up in run for Skilled Rider.
Yeah, the Devastator is not in with the assault.
Oh yes, yeah, that would be handy to know. Have you done the Assault Doctrine now, or have you done
Assault Doctrine's in, yeah.
Assault Doctrine
No,
or
assault,
Tactical? Right, okay, so Tactical Doctrine is in.
Yep.
So we do get a 4-up in run standard. The Exarch, however, does have a 3-up in run because I've changed his power. But I think I'm going to take the 4-up in run, which we do fail. So that'll be D6 damage. Ouch, that's 5 wounds. That's killed the unit. Oh no, sorry, that'll be, yeah, it doesn't roll over. It's mortal wounds that only roll over. So that kills him, but we'll have morale for that unit over there after. See if he clings on.
That's them done.
Okay, a lot of firepower going to come down here.
Right, we're going to do the Dreadnought first.
Okay, Dreadnought is going to fight into the Dire Avengers. Going to pepper the hell out of them with that cannon, are you?
2 cannons, yep.
Yeah, nice. Shred them to pieces.
Hitting on
Do it for the Emperor.
4s because it's moved.
Ah, yes, hitting on 4s. Ooh, quite a lot of misses. Strength 5, is it?
Yep.
So 3's to wound, toughness 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 and it's assault, isn't it?
Yep, -1. No, it's heavy.
Oh, yes, it is, yeah.
Yep.
2, 4, 6. How many wounds? Sorry, 6.
Yep. Still -1.
Okay, so -1. That'll be 5 up for Dire Avengers. Okay, so we do pass 1 and fail 5. So Ulthwe saves of 6 up. Oh, nice. So Ulthwe does keep 3 of them alive, and we lose 2 Dire Avengers from this squad. So Ulthwe is actually, our attribute has been giving us quite a lot of saves here. So Graham's probably going to do the rest of these guys pretty much all at this unit, so we'll come back at the end of shooting. Right, we are just back after the rest of Graham's shooting, so we've seen the majority of it, but the Dire Avengers have gone. It took a lot of firepower to do it actually, because Ulthwe saves were passing a lot of keeping our guys alive, so it took 3 squads of intercessors, the Dreadnought and the aggressors there. These guys here fired down at the Guardians and took 1 guy out, so they're fine over there. I did totally forget to mention about First Blood. I did score it for getting the Land Raider. I just totally forgot to actually even mention it. However, across this side, this squad here shot into the Autarch, the Shimmer Plume, and also Lightning Fast Reactions just protecting him there. And of course, everybody else you'd seen shooting into the Shining Spear. So Graham does have 2 charges to set off, he says.
Yep, I'm going to set off the aggressors into your Shining Spear first.
The aggressor into the Shining Spear. Okay, so we'll do the catapults first. So hitting on 6s. Okay, so we do get 2. Sorry, 1. Are they toughness 4 or 5? 5. Okay, so we'll be winning on 5s, which we don't. And then of course the laser lance be hitting on 6s, which fails. So do they get in? 10-inch charge, I think that's more than likely that they'll be in from where they are. And then I presume Marnius is going in there as well, is he?
Yeah. Marnius.
Oh, 3-inch might just be enough to get him in, yep. Okay, so is that all the assaults done?
That's all the assault.
Okay, might as well go into the fight phase then.
Since I'm on him, I might as well
You're going to do
start.
Marnius first?
So you get 6 attacks.
Ouch. 6 attacks.
Hitting on 2s.
Oh, does he not get Angels of Death? Does he get the extra 1 for
Oh
charging?
yes, yeah, everyone gets Angels of Death.
Yeah, so it'll be an extra 1, won't it?
An extra 1 for
Yeah, it's when you charge or you're charged, so you'll have 7 attacks on the charge.
7 attacks.
Okay, so he is hitting. Has he got minuses for his weapons?
Nope. According to roll mark, they will not have minuses.
And conceal, I think. Double check conceal for me in a second, because I think it's only against ranged weaponry.
So you'll choose a friendly hit rolls ranged weapon.
Yeah, I thought it was just ranged only. Okay, so he's more than likely weapon skill 2, is he?
Yeah, hitting on 2s.
Okay, this is against the Exarch. Oh,
Not so bad.
yeah, it's still going to smash him apart, no doubt.
-2, so strength 8. 2s again.
2s again, yes, toughness 4.
Yeah, that's all hits. -3.
-3, right. I just need to double check for the in-run for him, whether it's against ranged or not. Right, okay, so yes, it is only against ranged weapons for the ability. So, what's the
Save throw.
the save throw for Shining Spears is 3 up,
-3.
-3. Okay, so it'll be 6 ups.
4 6-ups.
Okay. So we do fail all of them, but we do have Fortune. What is the damage of it?
D3 apiece.
D3, okay, so you're going to have to do your D3s.
Yep. That is
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Okay, yep.
7 points.
So we do have 7 5-ups because that unit is fortuned. Okay, we passed 2. Yeah, he's definitely dead. So that is that unit killed there. And that is obviously no more assaults, so it'll be consolidation.
And I am going to consolidate into combat.
Closest enemy unit
Yep, 3.
into the Autarch. Okay, and the aggressors staying where they are.
The aggressors didn't kill the...
Oh yes, that's correct. Right, okay, so might as well wrap that up. So points scored at the end of that round?
Does anyone need to take a morale test?
No, because you've killed all the people that needed to take them.
I am actually going to burn psychological
So you're going to
warfare.
burn psychological warfare.
I'm too strong.
You're too strong.
Champions
We'll
League
see
2,
about that.
haven't killed a character.
No, because the Exarch's not classed as a character.
Area denial, so no units within 12. No enemy units within 12.
Within 12,
Yeah.
I believe I will be.
Centers here. So, nope. 2 foot in.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you've got it.
So that is D3.
D3 for 12. Okay, so 1.
So yep, so that puts me on 4.
Okie doke.
And I've got
Oh yeah, secure objective 6 over there.
which is a victory point, so that puts me on 5.
Puts you on 5. And that is the end of your turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, I do score 2 points for defend objective 2 for down here, which will put us on to 7 at this stage. It just seems to be constantly going back and forward all the time. And just going into my turn, we currently, that will be scored. And we'll just draw, we're now on to 4 cards. So we have mission critical objective. And the other one is secure objective 5. So going into turn 3, Kingslayer, assassinate, secure objective 5, and mission critical objective. So we'll come back after movement has been completed for Eldar on turn 3. Right, so we are just back after movement and psychic phase for Eldar on turn 3. Just to mention, deadlock, all of the CP costs are now doubled. I only had 2 left and I have already used it, but we'll go through that in a second. So the castled up section here stayed pretty much exactly the same. The Warp Hunters came across, these Guardians have advanced just to go for mission critical objective, which we rolled for objective 6. Probably not going to get it, but at least we'll try and whittle that unit down. Objective 5 over there, we're not going to get that anytime soon. In Psychic, we cast Doom from Eldar on the Intercessor unit here. Guide, was put onto the Warp Hunter, and just across that side as well. Like I say, we're trying to get Crushing Orb onto Marius. We did fail, and then we also cast Executioner. And that was pretty much it. We also failed with all of the Warlock powers to get Jinx off. So we're just going to go into shooting. And first of all, obviously, I'll just mention as well, the Autarch fell out of combat. But with him being fly, you can still shoot. Whether that's required, we'll have to have a look. So I think I'm going to open up with the Dark Reapers. So the Dark Reapers are going to... yeah. They are going to take firepower at the Predator. So I've got 5 shots. And they are hitting on 3s. Okay, so excellent firepower from them. So they all hit. And it's toughness 7 for the Predator.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be 3s to wound. Okay, so 2 do fail. So it's 3 go through. And for the Dark Reapers, that'll be -2 for their weapons. Just double check. Yes, it is. Yeah, so -2 on the Predator. And it's 3 damage a time. 3, yes.
-2.
So 3 5-up saves. So was that one passed?
One pass,
Okay. 2 go through. Okay, and that is 3 damage a time. So that is that's gone.
I am playing Vengeance of the Machine Spirit again. And I'm going to fire.
Okay. How many command points have you got? Right, so Graham was just using the stratagem there for the Vengeful Machine Spirit. So he did elect to fire. It has gone, but instead of explode, does it still explode for that? We need to double...
Because you're playing that, so you can definitely explode or you can shoot.
Right, okay. So it's basically gone out fighting, and he has done a little bit of damage to the Warp Hunter. So kind of exchanging long firepower there, but that's that threat removed. And that was, like I say, that was from the Dark Reapers. So the Warp Hunter now is actually going to fire. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to split fire. We're going to do the Shuriken Cannon is going to go into the Intercessor unit here. And then we're going to do the big gun. We're going to target the Redemptor Dreadnought. So we'll do the cannon first. No, this is the Shuriken Cannon's going into the Intercessors first. Oh, I'll do the Redemptor first then. Seeing as though you've got the page ready. All right. Okay, so the flail, I just need to double check the range. Right, okay, so just checking to see if I was in range for the automated one. So it's heavy D3 shots. Okay, so 2 becomes, it is a 1. Guides is just to re-roll further hits. Okay, so hitting on 3s, but we do get to re-roll this. This is at the Redemptor. So we do hit on a 3. Toughness of the Redemptor.
Toughness is 7.
Okay, so 3s to wound. We do fail the wound, however. So, bit unfortunate there. I've got no command points left. Graham's got no command points left. Right, so we'll do the Shuriken Cannon.
Dice rolls now.
It is, yes. No minuses or anything like that at this stage. So the Shuriken Cannon coming through at the Intercessors. Be hitting on 3s. We do get a re-roll for guys.
These ones here.
Yes.
And you get a reroll for them.
Yes, I do get a re-roll for Doom. So, strength 6 win on 3s. Okay, so 2 standard saves and 1 for Bladestorm. So it'll be 1 6-up. Okay, so there's 1 wound. And then 2 3-ups. Okay, nice. So 1 Intercessor guy is removed from that squad there. We'll do some random pot shots as well. So we'll fire the Bright Lance through here to the Redemptor Dreadnought. So I'll be hitting on 3s, see if we can actually hit this time. Okay, it does hit. It is strength 8 against toughness 7, so 3s to wound. Fails the wound, however. This one down here, firing across, we'll actually split fire with these guys. So The Bright Lance will fire there, and then the rest of the guys with the shuriken will fire through at what they can see down there. So hitting on 3s. We do hit. Can we get the wound? Need a 3 to wound. No. It is the Lance Curse. We fail the wound. And of course we do get the shuriken shots down here as well. So there is what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Quite a lot of them, so we'll come back once I've figured that out, because maths is not my strong point. Right, okay, so just after shooting, obviously the majority of it we have seen. We did fire after working out mathematics, because it's not my strong point. We managed to take out 2 of the intercessors down here with shuriken fire. And then the rest of it, we did a couple of pot shots, like I say, at the Dreadnought. Dreadnought didn't take any damage or anything. Then just over there with combined firepower of laser lance from the Autarch, we elected to fire everything into the aggressors and took one of them out. So we do just have some charges to set off, so I'm going to have 3 charges to set off in total, because they're all separate units down there. So I'm going to charge the Farseer and the Autarch. So I'm going to do the Autarch first, who's going to charge Manius, and then the Farseer. And then the Warlock is going to charge into combat with the aggressors.
Okay, so this is Manius against the Autarch.
Okay, so hitting on 6s. He does get 2 hits. Forced wound. Okay, 1 wound comes through. Any minors on the Gauntlets of Ultramar?
-1, 2 damage.
-1, okay, so it'll be 4 pinned one, which we do pass.
Double one.
Okay, so do we get in? On a 3-inch charge, we'll certainly be in. Only have to get in within an inch.
No, you're out.
No, I'm not.
You are.
It's to be within an inch
You're there?
from the actual model,
That's doing from the actual tip.
from the tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're out.
Okay, no problem. So we'll do the Farseer. See if the Farseer can get in.
He's 4 wounds, isn't he?
Yes.
How many wounds has he got?
Farseer will have on bite. I think he's got 6.
4, 6. Potentially. Right, I'll see if I can get some.
Just double check. Yes, he's got 6 wounds.
6s.
1. 4s. No.
5. That'll get.
5 inches there, and yeah, so 9 inches. That'll get him in.
Where do you want to go? You want to go behind us?
Just put him this side, round near his base. Yep, that'll do. And then the aggressors are going to have Overwatch against the Warlock. Not a single
5.
one. Yeah.
No 6s.
Okay, so does the Warlock get in? Okay, on a 5-inch charge, that'll be enough.
Where do you want to go? Just in front?
Yes. Okay, so that'll be fine there. So we'll do the combat with Manius. Get it all on camera. Get it out the way, because he's probably going to kick my ass. So Farseer will have 4 attacks with his Singing Spear. And we will hit you on 2s. Of course, we do get a 1. But the Autarch is there to help. So reroll a 1. Okay, we do get that. Singing Spear in combat. Just need the stats for that, because it's a pain. Okay, it is strength of the user. This is going to be the problem. But it always wounds on 2+, so that's fine. It's been a while since I've used my Eldar, as you can probably tell, guys. So 2s to wound. Okay, they all wound. Manius Kalgar gets struck with this weapon. However, it is, again, in melee, it's just D3 damage, so it's your standard save. 2 up saves. Does pass them all.
Squash time.
Yes, squash time. However,
Actually, you've got to do
I will do my my Warlock first.
And then there's a lot of fists coming your way.
A lot of fists coming my way. Yeah, we're itching for a fisting. So we've got the with Witchblade. 2 attacks for this guy. And he is hitting on 3s. And this is against the aggressor unit. So hitting on 3s, they both hit, and these will also wound on 2s as well. So that is 2 wounds from the Witchblade. Witchblade is same, so it's your standard save. 1 does fail. This D3 damage. Just the 1.
Right.
Right, it's fisting time.
3, 4, 5, 6, plus the 1 for the...
Yes, for your
This is Marnius.
Marnius at the Farseer. He's not the Warlord.
We're hitting on 2s.
No, your warlord's being pushy over there.
No, my Warlord has been tactful.
Hitting on
Okay,
2s.
all hits, yep.
Right, strength 8. No? Yep, times 2, strength 8.
Oh, so it'll be 2s to wound. Does get that 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 3.
Ooh. Going down to my rune armor. So 4 up invulnerables for rune armor. The Farseer is full wounded. Okay, so we fail every single one of them. But you need to roll for your, is it D3 damage?
Yep, D3. So 3.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so just grabbing a handful of dice. This is highly unlikely this is going to happen, but let's see if Ulthwe craftworld trait is smiling down. 6s. No, that's not enough to save. Okay, so he is killed. And of course, Marnius at the end of the turn will be able to consolidate, but of course, Grim, you do have your aggressors first.
Yep.
Yeah, because you may not have to go that way.
How many attacks these do?
Aggressors, I believe is it 3 attacks?
3, 4.
So it'll be 4 attacks apiece,
4
won't
for
it?
the sergeant, plus 1.
Ah, right, so yeah, it'll be 9 attacks for them.
And then 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks.
No, it'll be 9.
Oh.
Does he get 3 attacks, the standard guy? Or does he get 2?
Sergeant gets 3, sergeant gets 4, then plus 1.
Yeah, so 9. Right, so after Graham's head has just exploded trying to understand basic mathematics, we've figured it out. So 9 attacks from the aggressors, sir.
Yes, 9.
Graham was thinking the Angels of Death rule was really pants and only gave the unit an extra attack. It's models. Ah. Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Do they have to minus for hitting with their power fists?
Nearly, yes they do.
Oh, so it would have been 4s. We're going to have to check. There's some cheating going on.
Yep,
There's some cheating. Right, so we are just back in the middle of fighting phase. Graham wasn't cheating. We've just gone and watched back the footage just in case. Okay, so wounding?
Wounded on 2s.
On 2s. Ouch, they all wound.
Leaving them then.
Okay, so that's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, and this will be -3, is it?
Minus 3, D3 apiece.
Rune armor again, so 4 up for the Warlock. Can he survive? Okay, so 1, 2, and we fail 3. And what's the damage?
D3.
D3. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, he's gone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not necessarily there, sir. He does have. Oh, he's only got 3 wounds. This is highly unlikely, but we need 6s to with Ulthwe. Yeah, that didn't happen. So yeah, he is dead. So, of course, you can now consolidate with them units.
Yep.
More than likely towards me. Obviously, not in combat because I couldn't get you in combat. So, and the aggressors are just joining in. So at the end of that, we have pretty much no points. We haven't we haven't killed a character or anything. No, we haven't. So at the current moment, we are on 6 to the Ultramarines 5. Sorry, we're on 7. But we'll come back once that has been. Once we come back from the movement, and it's Ultramarines turn 3. Right, so we are just after movement phase for the Space Marines on their turn 3. Cards that Graham has got, we are currently down to 4 cards, because yeah, you need a 4th card because it's turn 3. Oh wait, you've got it over there, sorry, yeah, my bad. We can't count, can't add up, can't do anything. So, Secure Objective 5 there, and then you've got Assassinate, Champion of the Imperium, which is kill characters, and the March from a Crag is it's your Ultramarines units, isn't it?
Charge.
Right, so it looks as though Graham is setting up for the charge because he has moved quite a lot of the units out. So, going into shooting, what are your plans for shooting?
Shooting. We're going to start with the aggressor squad.
Okay. Just to mention as well, I did get a command point back for my Warlord trait, Fate Reader, but I've only got 1 command point, and on Deadlock you need at least a minimum of 2, so hopefully we'll get another one back at the beginning of my round, but that's doubtful.
Nope, I'm going to change it. I'm going to shoot the Eliminators at your Reapers.
Okay, so the Eliminators are going into the Reapers.
I'm going to use the heavy D3 option, which is
The Hyper Fan. Okay.
Sorry,
Oh, Hyper Frag, right.
Hyper Frag.
Okay.
D3, which is
369.
9.
Very nice there.
Yep. Full shots at your Reapers. So hitting on 3s.
Ooh. 4 1s in there.
Yeah. It is strength 5.
Strength 5, toughness 3, so it'll be 3s to wound. Oh. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. It is normally a P1 damage.
What type of, is it a heavy?
No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh yes, it is, yeah. It's heavy.
Right, so you wouldn't get the tactical doctrine bonus for that. Okay, any minus?
Nope.
Okay.
Minus 1 damage.
2 up save because we are in cover. So 2 up for them. You did say 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, so 3 and 6. They both pass for that. Right, so just after deliberation, Graham's just elected to shoot the intercessors at the Guardians, this squad here. There's a few of them that are in rapid fire range, so hitting on 3s. Ooh, that is bad. Bit of unlucky rolls on that.
Yeah.
And wounding on 3s as well. 1 wound, but it is AP minus 2.
Yeah.
So that'll be 1 straight Ulthwe save. Which we don't on a 4, so that's 1 Guardian removed from that squad there. And that's that.
3 shots.
This is Intercessor squad down here.
Intercessor squad. That's rapid fire range, so 2, 4, 6.
Just to mention as well, just before Graham rolls his dice, this unfortunately will have to be the final turn. Graham's turn 3 will be the end of the game, just for time constraints. It is getting a bit late and we may get kicked out. Highly unlikely though, because just as awesome. He does close at 7, but we're probably going to take a while, so we think it's probably best off just to end it a little bit early.
Yeah.
So, yep, Graham, so these intercessors
Shots at your
at the Wave Serpent.
Warp
Sorry, the Warp Hunter. Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Okay, hitting on 3s.
Wounding on 5.
Yes, toughness 7.
Reroll on the 1.
Yes, the
I
lieutenant.
don't
No,
know
no,
why I
yeah,
did that.
yeah, he's
know why
over
I
there,
did
man.
that.
Oh, you should have done your rerolls for wounds over there.
I didn't get any ones.
Oh well.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Minus 2.
Minus
If I
2.
knew that, I'd have put the assault on.
Yeah, 5 ups. We do fail 1, but Ulthwe save. Oh, almost. So we do take 1 wound. So Warp Hunter still okay for the time being from small arms fire. I'll let Graham do the rest of his shooting because it's all small arms fire, and then we'll come back for his charges. Right, okay, so we are just back after shooting. Obviously a lot of small arms fire, just whittling down a couple of wounds onto the Warp Hunter and taking out a couple of the Guardians down here. However, Graham does have quite a lot of charges to set off, so where do you want to start?
Aggressors.
The aggressors going into the Farseer?
Is that the Farseer?
No, it's an Autarch.
Autarch.
Yes. Okay, so we will get Overwatch. So we'll do the catapults first. So 6s. No, and the lance. 6 for the lance. No, okay, so we don't get any hits from that.
Charge. In.
Yes. And then I presume Marnius is going in as well.
Marcus as well, yeah.
On a 4-inch charge, yep, that'll get him in. Okay, so that's them done.
The aggressors, no, or the intercessors into your guardians.
Okay, so, right, 2, 4, 6, 12, 13, 14. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So this will be the Overwatch for all of the catapults. Okay, so hitting on 6s for the catapults. We do get 2, and winning on 4s. We do get the 1 wound coming through, just your normal 3-up save. Does pass. Do you get in? 8-inch charge, yeah, that'll be enough for them to get in. So we'll obviously move Graham's units, and then we'll do the piling. Slightly a little bit out of order, but it just makes sense to go around and move everybody after.
These into the same squad.
Okay. Oh, 3-inch charge. Well, what will actually happen for this is because you finished charge, so we would pile in
Yeah. I'll not get
a
it.
3-inch charge, and then that charge would not make you to be able to get in.
Yeah. So, can't get in.
Otherwise, if we'd left them, you could have done a straight run, which would have been obviously the wrong way to do it.
And the daddy dreadnought
Dreadnought?
into the old warp hunter.
Into the Warp Hunter?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So a D-Flail is what we're going to do for our Overwatch. And it automatically hits. So it is a heavy D6.
Okay.
So D6. We do get 6. So 2, 4, 6. This will teach you a lesson, Monkey, because, or Monkai, however you say it.
13 wounds.
Okay, so it automatically hits. So I just need to wound you.
Okay.
What's your toughness?
7.
7. 3's to wound. They all wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Minus 4.
Oh, God.
You have a 3-up save, sir. This teaches you a lesson to never charge a Warp Hunter, mate. And this is D6 damage a time. How many wounds you got?
13.
Right, okay, so D6.
1s. 4.
4,
5, 6.
5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. How many wounds you got left?
3.
Oh, 1.
12. 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
He gone.
See if he explodes?
Does he explode?
No.
On a 1, he does not. That is a lesson, a harsh lesson, to never charge a Warp Hunter, especially if he's in range for the flail version.
But I've got what I needed. We marched from a crack. 1, 2, 3.
Charges.
Yeah.
Okay, so charge over here then.
Right, okay, so we will do minus.
Sorry, that is all your charges, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so might as well go into fight phase. Marnius against the Autarch first.
Yeah. That's 7 shots, 7 hits.
I just need to quickly double check something. Yeah, so just double checking there the relic. So it is all hit rolls, so Marnius will be hitting on 3s. Oh, that may help us a lot. The Gauntlets of Ultramar,
2s.
2s to wounds.
2 wounds.
Does get 2 wounds.
Minus 3.
Okay, so 2 4-up saves, 4-up invulnerables. We do pass 1 and do fail 1.
D3 damage.
D3 damage. It is 2, so we would survive still because we have 3 wounds remaining. But can Ulthwe save us? 6s. Snake Eyes, we don't. We are on 1 wound remaining.
Right, the aggressors.
And the aggressors, with their fists,
1, 2, 3, 4 from the sergeant, plus 1. 2, 3 from the normal guy, plus 1.
do you still get it while you're in combat?
Yeah, because I haven't been charged.
Oh yes, did you charge?
We marched from the crack.
Okay, so, sorry, yeah, so we were just double checking, yeah, that's correct. So,
3s.
do they standardly hit on 3s?
They do.
Okay, so you're now hitting on 4s. That is an amazing roll for me. So 2 hits.
Not
And to wound,
2s.
2s. Okay, so 2 do go through. What's the minus on this?
-3.
-3, so we will be 4 up for shield. I have to pass these. We do fail both of them. What's the damage?
D3.
Okay, so 3 and 3, 4. If Ulthwe ever needed to save, if I need 4 6s, it's not going to happen. Let's see if he goes 6, 6, 6. No! You stupid dice. Yes, he has gone. So that is the autark. He has served his purpose. Oh, what an amazing roll apart from that. But yep, that's that. So we'll let Graham continue on. In fact, I think that's everything all done.
I've got intercessors.
Oh yes, you've got the intercessors. So we'll wrap that up and we'll come back with the final scores. Right, okay, so as you've seen, the autark, he is still actually on the board, but he is dead. And that is, the game is finished. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go for another match. Just down here, 4 Guardians were killed. We didn't even bother attacking back. They wouldn't have really done much. And to be honest, I think firepower here would have just obliterated them. So just for points, Graham did get Champions of Humanity for killing a character with an Ultramarines character. Then on top of that, it was Assassinate. And what was Secure Objective 5 was the other. So that put them on.
March from a crag.
Yeah, March from a Crag. Oh, yeah, so that put Graham altogether on 9 points. And the Eldar on 7. So, yep, so death to the foul Xenos. It was a very, very good game. Always like this with these two armies meet. These two armies are actually the first ones that really that we start the channel off as well. So it's a very, very old rivalry, these two armies. Thoroughly enjoyed playing today with Graham, obviously at Battle Bunker, so certainly check Battle Bunker out. Graham, what was your thoughts on the game?
I enjoyed it. I liked the way I was going with it, how we just bumped it here for a bit.
Yep.
And as you can see, as the game was going, I was pushing up. I eventually wanted to just keep on pushing
Yeah,
up,
just keep pushing the Eldar off,
and then
basically.
surrounded, because I had guys coming around here, I had guys going up there, I had guys coming around here.
Extremely tactful player from the Ultramarines today. Any particular unit that shines out for you today?
Unit, I'd say Manius probably did the best. Manius wanted to get in there.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
With the aggressors helping him.
Aggressors were really good.
Doing that little stratagem here about blowing them up, it did take you.
Yeah, that was a bit of a daft one. Also charging a Warp Hunter.
Yeah.
You'll not make that mistake again if you're in that range.
Well, balls to the wall, it was the last
Yeah, true. I think for me, I'm probably going to have to go with the likes. I'm probably going to have to go for the Reapers, although an honorary mention to Eldar. He stayed there all game. He's done nothing in regards to getting in combat or anything like that, but he's just been getting his powers off left, right and centre. So that's the battle done. A very well-earned victory for the Ultramarines. They have kicked the Eldar's arse. So they marched for Macragge, they certainly did.
You will see this list again.
Yes, it was a very good list, especially with their 1,500. I always feel as though it's a lot more tactful. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Certainly give us a like and a subscribe for more battle reports. And of course, check out the Faction Focus, which is going to be a new thing as well, which you'll see the lists that Graham's done, obviously in the strengths of what these guys can do. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Please give us a like and a sub. And until next time, happy wargaming.